outside or? Yes, it's outside. Let's go check it. किधर
जी साहब खुश आमदीद। आज हम आपको ऑटोटेक से जनाब परवेज़ साहब हैं, उनकी रिहाइशगाह पे ईद मिलन का एक प्रोग्राम है जहां से मैं आपके साथ गुफ्तगू कर रही हूं। मेरे साथ जनाब परवेज़ साहब यहाँ मौजूद हैं। सबसे पहले तो बहुत शुक्रिया, इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस और वेरी गुड गैदरिंग।
थैंक यू सो मच, सो नाइस ऑफ यू कि आप यहाँ आई और सब लोग आए। ईद का टाइम है तो आई थिंक इट्स टाइम वी शुड सेलिब्रेट एंड आई थिंक I can see here kids are so happy and all ages you can see, so it's all family event and I'm so glad that and I'm thankful to everybody.
बिल्कुल जी, हम आपको दिखाते हैं। इन्होंने बच्चों के लिए भी अट्रैक्शंस रखी हैं। सबसे बड़ी बात परवेज़ भाई ये है कि कहते हैं ना ब्रिजिंग बिटवीन द कम्युनिटीज़। आज इस इवेंट को जब आप कवर कर रहे हैं तो मेन स्ट्रीम के लोग बहुत से मौजूद हैं। अभी हमारे आपके चीफ गेस्ट जनाब पैट्रिक ब्राउन कंजर्वेटिव के हमारे प्रोविंस के लीडर भी मौजूद होंगे। तो आप मुझे तो अंदाज़ा है कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो। यकीनन हमारे जो व्यूअर्स हैं दे आर ऑल्सो वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, दे नो। मगर आपके जहन में क्या है जब आप ये ब्रिजिंग करते हैं?
मेरे जहन में बेसिकली जो कम्युनिटी है दे हैव लॉट्स ऑफ पोटेंशियल एंड उस पोटेंशियल को बाहर लाना और उसको मेन स्ट्रीम के सामने रखना, दैट्स माय होल ऑब्जेक्टिव इज़, ताकि इन बच्चों के लिए हम लोग एक लेगेसी छोड़ के जाएं। ये बच्चे प्राउड फील करें कि हमारे पेरेंट्स क्या करके गए हमारे लिए। अगर हम सामने नहीं आएंगे, लोग हमें नहीं जानेंगे, हमारा वही इमेज आएगा जो एक पर्टिकुलर न्यूज़ चैनल आपको दिखाता है, इन लोगों को दिखाता है। तो होल पर्पज़ इज़ आज मेरा पूरा नेबरहुड इन्वाइटेड है and they have a different people live in a different background here and they are all so proud, they're coming here, they're asking me what is Eid, And I'm telling them where is Eid is. So they're so happy. And there's a lady came here, and before she walked in my door, she asked me, should I cover my head? I said, no, it's not a mosque. Relax. So see, this is the image people build about us. And if we don't come out, we have to open our door, we have to do some sacrifices, and inshallah we'll make it.
देखिए इस्लामोफोबिया की जब बात होती है और हमेशा कंजर्वेटिव को लिंक किया जाता है कि शायद मुस्लिम से अवे हैं, मगर इट्स अ वेरी गुड प्लेटफॉर्म जिसमें आप उनको भी लेके आ रहे हैं एंड दे नो व्हाट आवर कल्चर एंड व्हाट आवर ट्रेडिशंस आर.
एग्जैक्टली. और दूसरी बात ये कि देखें, अगर तो एक ख़ास मौके पे एक जो भी सिनेरियो बिल्ड अप हुआ था वो प्रीवियस फेडरल गवर्नमेंट के अंडर चीज़ें होती हैं, लेकिन चीज़ों को ठीक किया जाता है. और दिस इज़ माई होल ऑब्जेक्टिव इज़ आई एम वेल कनेक्टेड विद ऑन प्रोविंशियल लेवल, आई एम वेल कनेक्टेड ऑन द फेडरल लेवल. वी जस्ट एंड आपने देखा होगा कि पैट्रिक ब्राउन रिसेंटली डिड अ हिस्टोरिकल अफ्तार वेयर 1100 पीपल इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ कैनेडा के हमने वो इवेंट किया. और अब हमारे न्यू लीडर एंड्रयू शीर आए हैं फेडरल के अंदर, एंड ही इज़ अ ग्रेट गाय. आई नेवर हैड अ गेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू हैव एनीथिंग फॉर हिम येट. वी आर प्लानिंग फॉर दैट, बट आई थिंक हिज ट्वीट्स, his all the interaction with the community, you can see that he is good guy. Yeah.
Thank you very much for this ice breaking event जिसमें मेन स्ट्रीम है, just to have an idea कि कम्युनिटी है क्या. बहुत शुक्रिया.
My pleasure जी.
और अल्लाह करे हम हर लेवल के ऊपर डिफरेंट पार्टीज़ के साथ इंट्रैक्शन होनी चाहिए ताकि हम एक दूसरे को कम्युनिकेट कर सकें what our culture and what our values are.
We'll keep talking to you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Stay tuned. और लोगों से भी आपकी मुलाकात करवाते हैं. जी साहब, प्रोग्राम में एक बार फिर से खुश आमदीद. मेरे साथ हैं जनाब शाहिद चौधरी साहब, और शाहिद चौधरी के साथ हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं लॉन को जो मेंबर प्रोविंशियल पार्लियामेंट हैं. शाहिद भाई, आप भी फ्यूचर में और आप मुझे पता है बड़ा एक्टिवली सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं कंजर्वेटिव्स को, इज़ दैट राइट?
बिल्कुल राइट जी, बड़े प्रोएक्टिवली सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं चूँकि दिस इज़ हाउ वी शुड ऑल लिव हियर. चूँकि इसमें बच्चों की एंगेजमेंट और अपनी एंगेजमेंट जब तक पॉलिटिक्स से नहीं होती तो आप उस सोसाइटी में उस लाइफ को सही फ्लेवरफुल नहीं बना सकते. पॉलिटिक्स से आपकी एक सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग डेवलप होती है, एंड दिस इज़ वेयर यू गिव बैक टू योर सोसाइटी, यू गिव बैक टू योर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. और यहाँ पे पॉलिटिक्स एक ऐसी चीज़ है जिसमें इतना रूम है where anyone can come and they can contribute on different levels. तो मैं अपनी EDA में हूँ, कम्युनिटी आउटरीच का चेयर हूँ. आई एम ऑल्सो सर्विंग ऑन प्रोविंशियल एडवाइजरी कमेटी फॉर सोशल सर्विसेज, और इस कैपेसिटी में वी आर हेल्पिंग ईच अदर एंड दिस इज़ हाउ वी शुड कंटिन्यू.
थैंक यू. हमारे साथ विडबी से मेंबर प्रोविंशियल पार्लियामेंट लॉन को भी हैं. आप अगर इंट्रोड्यूस इनको करें और मुझे ये बताइएगा, मेरा एक जो इस वक्त, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग मी टाइम.
Well, I'm very pleased to be here and Eid Mubarak.
Thank you very much. It's good and nice of Parvez that he made this arrangement so that we can communicate with the mainstream, and you must know what our Eid festival is and how we celebrate.
I do, and I have a long history with the Muslim community in Durham region from my previous engagement as a municipal politician, where I was the chair of the Partnership Council on Diversity and Immigration. And with my good friend Shahid and the Muslim community, particularly in Whitby, I participated in, I think now, probably 4 Eid celebrations. More recently, a weekend ago, in the Oshawa part of my riding, and we had 500 people present. And it was a wonderful celebration and acknowledgement of the contribution that the Muslim community is making to the economic and social fabric of the region of Durham, but more importantly, to the richness of the diversity of the province of Ontario.
This is something very good that you told me that you have celebrated 4 Eid functions with the community.
Yes.
And I would like to say here कि शाहिद भाई जो हैं, शाहिद चौधरी साहब, दरम इस्लामिक सेंटर से भी आपका बड़ा करीबी ताल्लुक़ है और उसको बहुत खूबसूरत इन्होंने नया सेंटर जो लिया है. एंड ज़ाहिर है कम्युनिकेट करते रहते हैं. There is a misunderstanding, and today I believe it's absolutely a misunderstanding that conservatives, they don't understand Muslim values. As you said that you are 4 years, for the last 4 years, you know what Eid is, and what would you say about it?
Well, it's beyond the 4 years because as a regional councillor, I was the chair of the Partnership Council on Diversity and Immigration for 7 years. So I have a long history with the Muslim community, and with Shahid's help and other members of the Durham Islamic Center group, I've come to understand the values and principles that the community subscribes to, and they're the same type of values that I have moving forward. That's why I'm supporting the work that Shahid is doing and the community is doing, because together we're shaping the future of our community in a very positive, direct way, and as I indicated earlier, together forming the richness of diversity that's present in the town of Whitby and the region of Durham. So I'm really pleased to be here tonight and to engage with others from the community and listen to their experiences here in Mississauga and other parts of the province, because we have quite a cross-section here today. So we value those opinions. I value those opinions, and I know the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party does moving forward. And I look forward to the conversations tonight and my leader, Patric Brown, being here.
He will be here. He will be here.
Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you. मैं ना शायद भाई फील करती हूँ कि we being Muslims, I feel we are conservative because हम अपनी values में, अपने culture में हम उन को संभाल के रखना चाहते हैं. मैं तो अपने आप को conservative इस लिहाज से फील करती हूँ. मगर एक आप लोगों का बहुत शुक्रिया कि आप इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे लेके आ रहे हैं ताकि लोगों को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक्सेस किया जा सके, पहुँच किया जा सके.
बिल्कुल आप सही कह रही हैं. देखिए हमारा तो बिल्ट इन कंजर्वेटिव्स हैं हम तो, और जो कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी ऑन बोथ फेडरल एंड प्रोविंशियल कंजर्वेटिव वैल्यूज़ तो हैं, लेकिन उसके बाद जब भी किसी प्रोविंस या कंट्री के फाइनेंशियल्स इन ऑर्डर नहीं हैं तो कुछ भी नहीं चलता. तो कंजर्वेटिव्स आप अगर देखें, कोई भी पार्टी हर चीज़ में परफेक्ट नहीं होती, लेकिन इन द लास्ट मैनी ईयर्स फेडरल लेवल पे कंजर्वेटिव्स गेव एक्सेलेंट लीडरशिप टू रन दिस कंट्री ऑन द राइट ट्रैक. 2008 के जो क्राइसिस आए फाइनेंशियल, तो कनाडा वाज ओनली कंट्री जो G7 में was producing the best numbers, best results. तो इम्पॉर्टेंट ये है कि you participate, you get your voice heard, no matter what your thoughts are. At the end of the day, we all want to make this a better place to live for ourselves, for our parents, for our children. That's the key thing. How you want to do it, that's where the difference is. लेकिन conservative party में अभी आप देखें जो Canadian Muslim community, they're playing a very important role on key positions. Muslim Canadians are working very hard. जो नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन हो रहा है प्रोविंस का, उसमें आप देख रहे हैं कि देयर आर मेनी कैंडिडेट्स हु वन द नॉमिनेशंस विद कैनेडियन मुस्लिम बैकग्राउंड, एंड दे विल बी अ स्ट्रॉन्ग वॉइस एट क्वींस पार्क. दैट्स व्हाट मैटर्स एंड ऑफ द डे.
कोई शक नहीं. और मैं यहाँ ये फील करती हूँ कि अगर इस चीज़ को हम सिर्फ एज्यूम कर लेते हैं कि वी कैन नॉट गो विद दिस पार्टी, तो हम आपस में अंडरस्टैंड नहीं कर सकते. देयर मस्ट बी a platform जहाँ ice breaking हो, that you should understand us and what actually Muslims are. That's
Exactly.
How I look at it.
Now, in the last 4 years, as Lornco mentioned, he's a great example. He's part of our community. On Eid day, when I saw him wearing shalwar kameez in the very front and, connecting with the people, that's the beauty,
That's the beauty.
Like we gather and we celebrate our differences. And the leadership is our voice. He's voice of everyone. Like Lornco, our MPP, whenever we need help, whenever we
always
need
there.
consult, he's there. That's what politics all about.
ब्यूटीफुल. दरम इस्लामिक सेंटर से जनाब शाहिद चौधरी साहब का ताल्लुक़ है, और आप सोच लीजिएगा कि लॉन्को इज़ ऑलवेज देयर. Thank you very much for both of you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to chat with you.
And I want to interview you next time when you will be in Shalwar Kameez.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that too. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Very
evening,
soon.
good evening.
Next Sunday, Durham region में Eid dinner है. Is going to be similar to this on the East End. तो उसमें सारी leadership आ रही है, और I would like to see you as well. जमाल भाई भी वहाँ पे आइए, और we'll interview the people on the East End, and I hope the Lornco will be there to welcome you.
Thank you very much. ایک دفعہ پھر سے خوش آمدید. لکی انف کہ ہمارے کونسل جنرل آف پاکستان جناب عمران صدیقی صاحب سے مجھے ٹائم ملا. سر کتنا اچھا ایونٹ ہے اور میرا خیال ہے کہ ہماری کمیونٹی اب ماشاءاللہ کافی ایکٹیو بھی ہو گئی ہے. آپ اس بارے میں کیا کہیں گے؟ ہر پارٹی کے ساتھ مل کے ہمیں کام کرنا ہے.
جی بالکل, یہ تو دیکھیے نا کتنا اچھا انیشیٹو ہے پرویز صاحب کا, اور کتنی بھرپور نمائندگی ہے کمیونٹی کی یہاں پر, اور یہ ایک بہت اچھا ایک پولیٹیکل میسیج کنوے کرے گا جو پارٹیز انوالوڈ ہیں ہیئر. اور یہ آپ نے بالکل درست فرمایا کہ ہماری کمیونٹی کو ایکٹیو ہونا چاہیے, کسی بھی پارٹی کے ساتھ ہوں. یہ پریفرنسز ان کی اپنی ہیں ڈپینڈنگ آن دا پروگرام آف دا پارٹیز اور ان کی چوائس کی کیا ہوتی ہے, لیکن یہ کہ دے ہیو ٹو, اٹس اے ڈیموکریٹک کنٹری اینڈ دے شوڈ پلے دیئر رول ان اے ڈیموکریٹک سوسائٹی بائی ایکسپریسنگ دیم سیلز ویری اسٹرانگلی آن ایشوز جو ان کے لیے امپورٹنٹ ہیں, اور بائی پارٹیسپیٹنگ ان دا الیکٹورل پروسیس. اور وہ کرتے ہیں, آلریڈی کر رہے ہیں, اور جو نہیں کر رہے ہیں ان کو ان ایونٹس کے ذریعے پرسویٹ کیا جا رہا ہے کہ وہ آئیں, جو یہاں کے لیڈرز ہیں ان سے بھی ملیں اور دیکھیں ان کا پروگرام کیا ہے. اور ان کے اوپر ہم تو مطلب اٹ از ویری انسپائرنگ فار می ایز اے فارنر ٹو سی, ایز اے ڈپلومیٹ ٹو سی دیٹ دا کمیونٹی از سو اسٹرانگلی سپورٹنگ سچ انیشیٹیوز اینڈ پارٹیسپیٹنگ ان دیم.
میں یہاں پہ یہ بھی کہنا چاہتی ہوں کہ عمران بھائی آپ نے ایک جو انیشیٹو لیا ہے وہ بڑی کمال کی بات ہے کہ پاکستان کے سائنٹسٹ ان کولیبریشن ود دا پیپل ہیئر ان اونٹیریو کس طرح سے کام کر سکتے ہیں, وچ ڈیفینیٹلی پاکستان ول ٹیک ایڈوانٹیج آف, اور کینیڈا بھی اس کا ایڈوانٹیج لے گا. ذرا تھوڑا سا اس کے بارے میں بھی بتا دیجیے.
دیکھیے جی, جب ہم سافٹ امیج کی بات کرتے ہیں اور پاکستان کے پوٹینشیل کی بات کرتے ہیں تو جو پاکستان کے متعلق ایک پروپیگنڈا ہے اور غلط پرسیپشن ہے وہ بہت ساری چیزوں کو obscure کر دیتا ہے. پاکستان کی جو سائنٹیفک اور ریسرچ کی جو بیس ہے وہ خاصی اسٹرانگ ہے, اینڈ وی آر ان اے پوزیشن ٹو آفر اے نمبر آف تھنگس ٹو کینیڈا. دیر کین بی اے میوچلی بینیفیشیل ریلیشن شپ بٹوین پاکستان اینڈ کینیڈا آن ریسرچ اینڈ سائنٹیفک ڈیولپمنٹ وچ ہیز ٹو ڈو ود دا پروڈکٹیوٹی آف آر لیبر کلاس آلسو ان پاکستان. سو انڈائریکٹلی اٹ ہیلپس اکنامک گروتھ. تو اس پہ ہم نے آپ جانتی ہیں انیشیٹو لیا کہ جی جناب پاکستانی اور کینیڈین سائنٹسٹ کو ملایا جائے, بلوایا جائے, دیکھا جائے کہ گرانٹ مل سکتی ہے, پروجیکٹس ایکسچینج ہو سکتے ہیں. تو اس پہ کام چل رہا ہے اور آئی ایم ویری ہیپی کہ بڑا اسموتھلی جو پاکستان اوریجن کے سائنٹسٹ ہیں یہاں پر کینیڈا میں اور پاکستانی سائنٹسٹ وہاں پر جو ہیں دے آر ویری فیوریبلی اور پازیٹیولی ورکنگ آن دس انیشیٹو. تو ہوپ فلی ود ان 6 months دیر ول بی اے ڈیفینٹ shape of this whole thing, اور it will be up and running.
بہت شکریہ. بلکہ آپ میرے ساتھ رہیں, آپ بھی ساتھ رہیے گا. بہت اچھا لگتا ہے جب ہمارے لیڈرز جو ہیں وہ کمیونٹی میں مکس ہونے کے لیے اسی لباس کے ساتھ آتے ہیں. ہماری کنزرویٹو کے جو ہمارے پروونس کے اپوزیشن لیڈر ہیں جناب پیٹرک براؤن از ہیئر, اینڈ آپ دیکھیے گا کہ شلوار قمیض کیا خوبصورت پہنی ہوئی ہے انہوں نے. تھوڑا سا پیچھے رکھ کے. Yes, Patric Brown, you look so good, mashallah. You look so handsome.
Dressed in traditional Pakistani attire today, so yeah.
Exactly, and it's a Eid celebration. You look so good. How do you know that this jacket is, this basket is in fashion these days?
Well, I went to a friend of mine, Pervez, and this is his home, and I said, what would be the right outfit to wear to show my love for the community, to show that, and I thought, and I said, but can I wear a little bit of blue in it too, because I'm a conservative, so I mixed in some blue, but tonight's a special night. I get to celebrate Eid with friends in the community, and we've got a great turnout, and I think it's going to be a very special evening.
It is, and I definitely acknowledge karna chahti hu. There was an event you were at the Muslim welfare where
Welfare center,
what did you it was a very nice coverage. It was, I think, about the mosque or about the Hajj, something.
Yes. Well, I did a video visiting the Islamic Heritage Center talking about Eid al-Had, but I go to many events in the community, and for me, it's been a real pleasure and public service to learn more about the Muslim community, the beautiful things they're doing in Canada, making our country stronger, and particularly in the Pakistani community, being able to work with that community in my home in Barrie, but also in the GTA. One of the beautiful things about public service, when you're an elected official, you get to meet so many people, and I feel very lucky that I've been able to meet so many amazing people in the community here.
One thing what I would acknowledge at this point of time is there is a misunderstanding that probably Patric Brown doesn't want to mix and mingle with the Muslims or especially with the Pakistanis, and now you can see कि उन्होंने लिबास भी वो पहना है, ईद की celebration पे भी वो आए हैं. Thank you very much. So this means you are communicating with the community very well.
Well, you know what? That's always been my nature. Sometimes there's stereotypes, and my philosophy has always been that we're all in this together, and it doesn't matter what God you worship, it doesn't matter where you're born, doesn't matter the color of your skin. We all have the same hopes and dreams and aspirations, and in general, I think everyone is good, decent people. And for me, growing up, one of my best friends was a fellow by the name of Waleed Solomon, who was of Egyptian descent, and his family was Muslim, my family was Catholic, but it didn't matter to us, the differences, and as kids we just got along. And so that's my philosophy in life, is that good neighbors, good friends, good communities are blind to one's heritage. If anything, we find it fascinating and interesting, and it makes our country more of a mosaic.
Beautiful. And we are, of course, Canada, the beauty of Canada is diversity, and we all respect each other. And of course, I am Pakistani, but living in Canada, I am Canadian first, and we respect each other. And I thank you very much. There must be, there is a misunderstanding, that's what I think, that probably conservative doesn't go along with the Muslims. But today I feel absolute opposite of that.
Yeah, well, and I really believe that, frankly, I'm trying to set an example of how conservatives should be. For me, conservatives means we're all in it together, and it's easy for me to do because that's always been my history and my nature. And as you know, I've traveled to Muslim countries for a long time.
You traveled to Pakistan, although there was a travel advisory.
Yeah, I've been to Pakistan twice. So when you visit these countries, you realize these stereotypes are wrong. And by visiting, if you just see it on the news, you just hear stories that are wrong, you don't really know the true nature. And when I was in Pakistan and saw this incredible country, I loved it. And frankly, that experience, those 2 trips to Pakistan have informed my view and my outlook that is so positive and optimistic. And I should add one thing in. Another thing I learned in Pakistan is you haven't been born till you've been to Lahore, and I've been to Lahore twice, so I guess I've been born twice.
Thank you very much. And I request everybody, come to this platform, try to understand what conservative is, try to get a chance to meet with Patric Brown, and they are good. We have to communicate what our point of view, and we should prove ourselves as the best Canadians. Am I right?
Absolutely. And you know what? It doesn't matter what party you're involved in. I think everyone should have their say, have their voice. I think engagement is a good thing for democracy in Canada.
Thank you. You look very handsome, and I'll see you again at the radio station.
Okay, look forward to it.
Thank you. कितना अच्छा लगा?
बहुत अच्छा जी, ये जो उन्होंने हमें फ़ख्र, it's a matter of pride for me also, and also he has put me to shame because I am very formal and non-traditional.
Thank you very much. Stay tuned. अभी वापस आते हैं एक और इंटरव्यू के साथ. Thank you, Patric.
Thank you.
जी साहब, एक दफ़ा फिर से खुशामदीद कहना चाहती हूँ. आज मैं कंजर्वेटिव की पूरी लाइन से आपकी मुलाकात करवाऊंगी. इस वक्त हमारे साथ रिक हैं. आखिरी नाम बड़ा मुश्किल है.
He's the president of Conservative Party.
President of Conservative Party. Rick, first of all, thank you very much for giving me time.
Absolutely.
But how come you are not wearing shalwar kameez?
No one, you just had the leader on for an interview, and no one ever upstages a leader, so
You're right.
I have to dress appropriately. I'm only the president, he's the leader.
You're right. You're right. I was talking to Patric Brown, and that's what I was sharing. There is a misconception, there is a misunderstanding that probably normally all the Muslims and Pakistanis or Muslims are not at the same platform with the conservative. Whereas today when I'm here, I can see absolutely different. So
You're absolutely right. When you look at, and this is one of the things I've learned in the practice of politics, when you put down, when you look at the party that you want to support, you write your values down and what you believe in, what you think is important for your family, for your community, for your business, and then you look to see what the political parties stand for. It's amazing to watch how those two lists are so much in common. And I think if more people, really take the time to do that, not just in the Muslim community, in every community, take a look at how your values are being led with your family and which political party stands for those values. It's shocking to see how many times the Conservative Party is the one that
You as a
you pick
president,
one.
what have you done anything different that so many Muslims or Indian or Pakistani people, they are coming and joining Conservative Party? What have you done any different?
Well, look, our what we have said from the very beginning, and Patrick said this during the leadership, is that regardless of where you worship, regardless of where you came from, regardless of whatever the color of your skin is, there's a place for you in the Conservative Party here in Ontario. And I think what Patrick has done has been an amazing job over the last couple of years in really establishing our party as one that is not just multifaceted in terms of how we approach the issues of government, but multifaceted in terms of the communities that should be and are welcome within the party.
Of course, this is a golden opportunity right now, with all the scandals and everything else.
Yes.
So, what are your feelings?
Well, time and time again, when you speak with people in communities across the province of Ontario, they talk about the perceived corruptness of the current government, how that they have become so infatuated with power and don't understand what it is again to deliver service and to be a great representative for people. And I think there's an outstanding opportunity for us as a party, for us as a province, to regather ourselves, to refocus, to rebuild, and elect a government that's going to put us back on the right track.
I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised. All that what you have said so far, without a smile, you said it.
He's a big smile.
Yeah.
He has a big smile. But one thing, Rick, I understand, and he said something very good कि आप एक कागज़ ले लें, आप कंजर्वेटिव के पॉइंट्स भी नोट कर लें और अपनी वैल्यूज़ को भी नोट कर लें और फिर आप देखें, कंपेयर करें कि कहाँ आप अपने आप को देखते हैं. मैं तो अपने आप को कंजर्वेटिव मुस्लिम समझती हूँ क्योंकि हमारी वैल्यूज़ भी हैं and that's what the conservative party is. My question to you is, of course, you have done a lot now. Conservative is coming at the same platform, and they are going to the community. You have very many Muslim nominees as well.
Yes, we do. What I think is so exciting is to watch the competitive process that has existed within our nomination enterprise that has taken place since really October of last year. We have over 80 candidates nominated out of the 122 ridings. The other two parties aren't even close in terms of getting that type of interest. Almost every single riding across the province has been competitive, and it's been amazing to watch the Muslim community, not only in its success in winning seats, winning nominations for us, which will lead to seats in government, but to see the interest that it has driven in terms of membership. We have over 126,000 members across the province of Ontario. We are competing right now at the federal level. There are parties, Conservative, Liberal, and NDP and the Green parties, that are jealous of the amount of memberships that we have, and we are just one province.
Now, my last thing is, and I know you're doing everything good.
Make sure you tell the leader that.
No, I will. But my question is, there is sometime if we say something once, that's a news. But if we keep on saying something, that becomes a propaganda. Now, one thing what I see different in conservative is they're not doing propaganda among the...
Thank you very much for saying that.
Why not?
We don't have to. We are developing on November 24 and November 25. We have our provincial policy conference that's going to take place right here in Mississauga, and we are going to let the province know what our platform is going to be as a party. It is a grassroots movement that took place the minute that Patrick became leader. We are going to have, over the next 74 days, we are going to allow every single one of our members to vote on every single piece of policy that is going to be put forward. They're going to say yes or they're going to say no. Those that they say yes to are going to become part of our platform. Those that they say no, we will respect and understand that they are not going to be part of our policy platform. That to me isn't propaganda. That's the way a party should be run.
And I look forward seeing you at the radio station because I have tremendous number of people there, and I want this point of view be conveyed to them so that they can understand and they can make a comparison.
Well, you have this ability to attract everyone to the radio station. This evening, everybody is standing around you, waiting to be interviewed. So if you're saying that you're inviting me to the radio station, I will be there.
I will look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay, thank you.
You are a wonderful man with a big smile. Thank you. Stay tuned. वापस आते हैं एक और इंटरव्यू के साथ. जी साहब एक बार फिर से खुश आमदेद. The person I am going to talk to, he's a lawyer, and Waleed, today I'll tell you one thing. I spoke about you a lot, and I heard about you a lot, and I had absolutely different point of view about you.
Oh.
The way I got your profile, I thought he's a big guy, tall guy, big fat guy.
Patric. No, it's a pleasure. It's an honor to meet you, and I've heard so much about your station, and we're so privileged to be here, Rick and Patrick and myself. We're so
And I
pleasure.
thank Rick, thank you very much that you brought him in,
Yeah.
and it's a big deal. Rick, yes,
Rick didn't bring him. I brought him.
That sounds like a politician speaking right
You want to
here.
run for us? We'd love to have you.
But one thing what I would say is, yes, our youth can make a huge change.
You really think I'm youth? That's amazing.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
She didn't mention youth at all when she interviewed me.
Really? Can you tell my wife when you see her that I'm still youth?
माशाल्लाह माशाल्लाह youth can definitely make. And माजिद भाई आप बल्कि बताइएगा कि he is a very humble person, but he's a big name.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, indeed. You know what? Sulaiman Waleed, everybody knows Sulaiman Waleed. Is chair of that company that you are?
Norton Rose Fulbright. It's a law firm. Yeah.
He's a big law firm, and I know the background of that, how he became that. But we're not going to talk about it right now. We're gonna.
Majid Jamal, that is the reason when I know about that background. That is the reason I thought Waleed Sulaiman is a big guy with the mustaches.
Mustache. I gotta just take out this here.
But he's Arfaji. But one thing for sure, Waleed is a very humble person, and he is big from his heart. He may not have a big physique, but definitely, he's big in the heart. What's the message do you want to give it to the whole community, Waleed?
Well, I think that one of the things that my father's always told me is that the biggest blessing in his life was coming to Canada. When we talk about different blessings, he always says that the biggest blessing in his life was coming to Canada. There's no way in the world, if I was in Cairo, Egypt, that I'd be the chairman of Norton Rose. That would be impossible. And so this is a country of great possibilities and great opportunities. And I think that we owe it to ourselves and to the community to be involved and to make the very best of the opportunities that are made available to us here.
Did you notice something? The mosquito just was flying, and he was only coming to you because maybe you have a sweet heart or sweet blood. But he's not coming to us.
Maybe he actually was because he smelled the lawyer in the group. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Rick, you know better.
Well, Waleed said it very well about. It's funny. Both of our parents immigrated to Canada. And here we stand together as part of Patric's team to help, lead the Conservatives and hopefully change what's going to happen in the province. And there's not a better guy to be the chairman of our campaign. You're right, he's humble, but he's one of the hardest working men I've ever had the privilege to work with. And I think his representation of your community, of all of our communities here in the province of Ontario, is just another symbol of what our party's all about under Patric's leadership.
There was a misconception, whatever you want to call it, but the only thing was that always it was told that Conservative Party is not in favor of Muslims. I mean, everybody knows that. But you come to Conservative Party, and of course there are a lot of people talking about it right now. What brought you Conservative Party?
So I'll tell you this, actually. My father has been involved in the Conservative Party since 1984, and that's how I became a member of the Conservative Party. And, I've known Rick, who is a member of Parliament, and I could assure you that that is not a correct view. I think it's important that people of the Muslim faith, Pakistani heritage, Arab heritage, all communities really get involved in all the political parties. I'm not suggesting that folks have to abandon the Liberal Party, but I can tell you that I know that there are many fiscally conservative people of the Pakistani origin or of the Muslim faith, and I would say to you, take a close look at our party. I certainly feel at home. Rick feels at home, and I think that we're going to do very well in places like Mississauga, places like Brampton, places like Scarborough, where we just won.
Not to forget Markham, okay?
We won't forget Markham. We absolutely won't forget Markham.
Candidates in Markham.
We have some great candidates.
Outstanding candidates in Markham.
So you're going to find, listen, Patric has attracted candidates from all faiths. We have Muslim candidates, Jewish candidates, different denominations, the Christian faith, ethnicities from all over the world. So we're really ready for this election, and I'm very excited about it. And nobody should ever pigeonhole a community and say they're just liberals, or that's just ridiculous. And if people want to get involved in our movement, Rick's the president of the party, I'm the campaign chair. Give us a call. We're always happy to take people and get them involved.
अभी मेरे एक associate हैं, the person he checked me, he said, Arifa, you got to be neutral. And I said, yes, if I look at my values, I am very conservative if it goes with my values. I respect my parents. I want my son to respect me. No matter where he goes, I still take care of his responsibilities. And we are conservative in our values. Now, Rick gave a very good point of view that we should, on a piece of paper, people should write down what values do they have and what values conservative do they have, and then compare and see where they stand. What would you say about that?
I think it's a brilliant idea, and I actually think you'll find that there will be an inordinate amount of people within the Pakistani community and the general Muslim community that would be very supportive of our party.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
Yeah.
Well said.
Thank you very kindly, Waleed, and we are definitely proud of you. And my one question is, and I asked the same thing from the Rick as well, going to the platform where you can communicate, because there is a misunderstanding or whatever you can call that probably conservative doesn't match with our values, and Islamophobia and all these things being linked with conservative. So what measures are you taking to let ordinary people know what is your agenda and where they can fit in?
Well, we're not waiting for a platform document that's going to be, written to have that presented. Events like the event tonight are evidence of who Patric Brown is, and the leadership of Rick as president of the party, where they're taking the party. So we're actually living what we want people to see. Patric held an iftar earlier this year with 1,100 people. 1,100 people. Justin Trudeau has not held an iftar with 1,100 people. There's going to be an Eid event on the other side of the city. We've got great events with all sectors of the Sikh community, all parts of the Hindu community, parts of the Jewish community. He's doing a bunch of pastors in Hamilton. He's really opening it up. If you're interested in being involved in this party, if you're a fiscal conservative, if you believe in family values and all those things that are really great, this party's open.
So I would say Waleed is a practicing Muslim. He's a practicing Muslim, and thank you very
Rick
much.
Just walked in on me praying, so I can prove it.
And thanks to Parvez.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Stay tuned, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
very much.
We're gonna start.
That was fun.
I wanted to kick off the event and introduce myself because you will be seeing a lot of me tonight. Eid is a beautiful time to celebrate with friends and family, and we are so glad to be able to share this with you. So I'd like to start off by calling up my wonderful sister, Javeria, to give a more formal welcome. Now, this is Javeria's first time hopping up on stage like this, so let's give her a huge round of applause. Hey, good evening, everyone. I would like to start off by thanking each and every one of you for being here with us tonight. On behalf of my wonderful parents, Asma and Pervez, who put together this beautiful event tonight, my siblings, Malaika and Zohair, who you'll be seeing a lot of tonight, my amazing aunts who flew in all the way from England, and of course, the Honourable Leader of the Progressive Conservative Party of Ontario, Patric Brown, who is a very good friend of my dad, co-hosting with us tonight. Let's hear a round of applause for Patric Brown. So Eid is a wonderful time for us to come together and celebrate with family and friends. And that's exactly what tonight is going to be all about. Seeing all of you in the audience makes me feel so grateful that we could host a party like this. Our main goal tonight is just to relax and have a great time. We have some really fun performances lined up for you guys and a couple of great speakers. So I'll just hand it over back to Malaika to get things started, and I hope everyone has lots of fun tonight. Thank you. Not bad for our first time, eh? So thank you so much for the lovely words, Javeria. I know how much all of you like listening to speech after speech after speech, but I won't do that to you yet. Next up, we have something for the kids. So if the kids just want to come up to the front, that's okay too. I'm going to introduce you all to our magician extraordinaire, Uncle Buck. A hand of applause for Uncle Buck, please.
If we can have all the boys and girls coming on up in front of the stage here, you can have a seat over here if you want. We got room for everybody here today. This is the magic show is for the kids, but it's for the kids of all ages. And I think we have a few of those in the audience this evening. I am not going to make anybody disappear, but a magician is supposed to use a magic wand. I will get out a magic wand. This is a magic wand. I know what to do when they break like this. I am going to borrow a hair. Got it. I will tie one in here, one in here. Back when we started at the very beginning. Alright. Let's try it one more time in case you missed it. All you do is you pull the string. Uh-oh. You pull the string. Uh-oh. You pull the string. Uh-oh. You pull the string. Oh, that's way too long. If I pull this one over there, nothing should happen. If I pull this one, that's impossible. If I pull this one over here, nothing should happen. That's impossible. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. That's way too long. You know what? The magic hair worked last time. Let's try another hair. Got it. I'm going to tie one in here, one in here. Back when we started at the very beginning. Woo! Oh, boy. All right, we got lots of smiley faces here this evening. Now, if the boys and girls up front can cross your legs like this, cross your arms like this, cross your arms like this, and now go yo, yo, yo. Boy, are you guys sleeping right now? How about a rope trick? Would you like to see a rope trick? I can get out a rope trick right now for everybody to see. I think I have a piece of rope with me. Can you guys see the piece of rope? Can you see the piece of rope? How about, I need your help. Wiggle your fingers like this, just say, whoop. And now we have a piece of rope. It's not a piece of rope. Whoop. Let's try that one more time. I need your help. Everybody, wiggle your fingers and say, boop. And now we have a piece of rope. Piece of rope. And whoop. You know what? We were saying the wrong word. How about when I say 3, you guys say achoo instead? 1, 2, 3. And we now have, oh. Does that look more like a piece of rope? All right. Thank you. Now, I am not going to cut anybody in half this evening. Instead, I'm going to cut this in half. In order to cut this in half, I have to find the middle. Is this the middle? Is this the middle? Is this the middle? Okay, in order to cut it in half, you have to use something sharp. These are called skizzers. They're really sharp. Yes, skizzers. He's laughing, but yes. Okay, that looks like the middle. I'm going to cut it the same size like this. Same size, same size, same size. He's shaking his head, no. You don't believe me? Oh, I am off a little bit. I got an idea. Everybody wiggle your fingers, say whoop. And now, look what happened. The string is back together again like that. Yeah. You're shaking your head, no. I'll show you my other hand. There's nothing in my other hand. Yeah. What? He wants to see both hands. I got nothing in my hands. Nothing in my hand. You weren't supposed to see that. You probably don't like it there, right? Would you like it better? There. How about there? How about there? How about back when we started at the very beginning? Oh, wow.
I'm the president of the party, the BC Party of Ontario, and one of the big inroads that Patrick has committed to making is that we would show the rest of the province the room that we have in our party for the great city of Mississauga, and every seat in Mississauga is going to be represented on the government side, sitting beside and behind Patrick Brown after the next election. I'm going to leave the details to Patrick to speak this evening, but I want to give all of you the clear understanding and the openness upon which this party is building based on Patrick's leadership. Regardless of where you live in this province, regardless of where you worship in this party and in this province, regardless of where you may have come from and ended up here in the province of Ontario, Patrick has insisted and ensured that there is a home for all of us within the PC Party of Ontario. And as all of you probably know, the hardest working person in this party is our leader. And the reason for that is because everybody needs to understand the direction that we need to show, that we need to give, is based on an example, is based on leadership, and is based on the direction that we want to move the party. And Patrick has shown all of us through his hard work, through his commitment, and the direction that we want to move the province in, that not only are we ready for the election in June of next year, we are ready to take on responsibility and ensure that we push this province in the direction that it needs to go in. I just want to again thank all of you, in particular Pervez and your family, for opening up, literally opening up your home to us. We really appreciate it. It means a lot. And I know all of the guests here are just looking forward to the rest of the evening and enjoying each other's company. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Rick, for those kind words. They mean a lot to our community. Next up, I'd like to call upon the chair of the party, Waleed Sullivan. He is a great mentor of mine and means a lot to our family. Waleed, if you could please come up to the stage. A round of applause for Waleed, everyone.
Thank you, Malaika. And maybe before we start, can we have all of our candidates please stand up? And our MPPs as well. That'd be great. I know I saw Lauren Coe over there. Lauren Coe is one of our members of Provincial Parliament. Thank you, Lauren, for being here. And the Vice Chair of the campaign and our good friend, Sylvia Jones. We're very proud of Sylvia and we thank you for being here. And then for our candidates, we got Rudy. We are actually in Rudy's riding right now, so thank you, Rudy, for being here. And Nina Tangri, who's our candidate in Mississauga Streetsville. And Saima Musrat, who's our candidate as well. Say hi, Saima, just wave. And John Kieran, who's actually running against Kathleen Wynne. So he's in the Dunn Valley West. Yeah. My good pal Adam Ibrahim, who is running in Windsor West, and who's a great friend and a great guy. Stephen Crawford from Oakville. And our really good friend Khalid Rashid from Mississauga East Cooksville. Have I missed anybody? I haven't. Okay, well, thank you all very much. And thank you very much to the Akhtar family, Pervez's family, for putting this together. They've been incredible supporters of Patric Brown, and we're very, very grateful for all of your support. Thank you all for being here. I can tell you we have a very exciting campaign ahead of us in the coming year. Actually, it's less than a year now. 269 days, actually, until the election. Not that we're counting. But we have a lot of very exciting things happening. I think you should look out for Patric. He's certainly taken a lot of great initiatives with communities across the province, from the Sikh community, the Hindu community, the Muslim community, the Jewish community, and many, many others. He's welcomed everybody into the tent, a big tent like this. And certainly I think that not only is it going to be a great year ahead of us, but it's going to make a phenomenal premiere. So thank you all very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Waleed, for those wonderful words. I know I promised you guys not too many speeches, so we have another performance lined up for you, and I'm going to need all of you clapping for this one. I'd like to call upon my brother Zohair Pervez for a singing performance.
My name is Zohair. Hi.
How great was that? Another round of applause for Zohair. So next up, I'd like to call upon my dad, Pervez Akhtar, to come up and introduce our keynote speaker for the night. A round of applause for Pervez Akhtar, please.
Good evening, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak. I can't express my feeling in words how happy I am. Thank you so much. And it's a real family touch, you know, people from different backgrounds, especially my neighbors, amazing people. People travel from far. My sister-in-laws from all the way from Sheffield, England. They came here, 3 of them, all right here. Please give them a big round of applause. This is something, when you do something like this, things turns nice itself. So this is something coming from heart. And you need good encouragement and somebody, you know, has to motivate you before you do something like this. And you guys, everybody knows who is motivating me. It's our leader, Patric Brown. We have a Councillor Sue McFadden, Councillor Ron Starr, Councillor Karen Ross. Thank you so much. They are always there for us, and it means a lot to me. And thank you very much for those wonderful dresses. You know, they look amazing. Yeah. We have our the next time. MPP Sylvia Johns are around here, and thank you so much, Sylvia. We have our lawn co. And of course, Waleed introduced all our candidates. I don't want to repeat it because food is ready, almost there, you know, so we want to make sure that you enjoy the food. So when we recently had a nice event in Ramadan, and I think that was Patric. He told me to Pervez, let's do it. And my brother Adam Ibrahim is here. This guy's a machine. You know, he knows how to get the job done. And Waleed is almost it's an amazing source. So we all together we started this initiative last year, and this year Patric said, let's do it again. And we made a history, 1,100 people in the hall for iftar dinner, and amazing banquet Patric hosted. Thank you so much, Patric. So this time I was a little bit shy to ask him again something, because of course it's Eid coming and I like to have parties. You know, I always have something going on. My wife says you invite too many people, but that something is in my, you know, I like to have people, guests, food, dining. So I was thinking that Patric is going more close to election now and his schedule is so busy, so I'm not going to do anything on this Eid. But we met somewhere in the event and he said, Pervez, so you're doing something on this Eid. So I thought maybe he's just asking casually, you know, but then he met me at Muslim Fest. He said, listen, I'm working on the date. You got to do it. I said, well, thank you so much. This is something I wanted to do it. So this is all Patric. This is all his love, his respect, and, you know, the wonderful, you know, feelings he has for our community, which encouraged me to do something like this. Open my door. So I'm thankful to every one of you. I wish I could mention everyone's name here. So I won't take more time. And of course, we have some more performances available. As my daughter promised, there's not going to be too many speeches. And I'm gonna, before I introduce Patric, I think we have a wonderful girl sitting here. She belongs to a Bangladeshi Canadian community. And recently, Patric had a wonderful host. He hosted an event in Queen's Park. I was there, and she sung so nicely. So we invited her here. So after Patric's speech, while you are eating, you're gonna enjoy more music. And floor is open. It's a Eid time. You know, don't be thinking about it's a conservative Muslim thing, so somebody will kill you when you're dancing. No. It's the whole idea is, you know, open my door and tell. There's somebody just asked me. She just walked in and she said, "Should I cover my head?" I said, "No, relax. It's not a mosque. It's my home." So do whatever you want. We have a beautiful religion. We have a beautiful custom, and this religion that taught me this thing, I invited you and I opened my door. So before anything, I would like to invite our next Premier of Ontario and leader of Ontario PC Party, Patric Brown. Please come and have some great words.
Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak to everyone. Thank you so much to Pervez. What an incredible friend to our progressive conservative family. Everything Pervez does, that Ramadan dinner we had, that iftar in the spring was phenomenal. And to open up his home again, how generous he's been. I say a home, but this is a bit like a palace. We're at Pervez's palace. Who else has an indoor swimming pool in their home? But thank you, Pervez, and to Malika, who I know worked hard on this, and Asma, who gave the blessing to have this in your home. And Zahor with that performance. I didn't know Pervez has a son who's going to become a rock star, but that was quite impressive. But I think what epitomizes how fun this gathering is tonight is my friend Waleed, his daughter Sassy came up to me, and Sassy goes to me, she says, "This is the best party ever," as she was eating the popcorn. So if Sassy endorses this Eid gathering, that's a good sign that we're in a pretty warm gathering tonight. Now, the reason we're gathering tonight, of course, is for Eid, an opportunity to remember the sacrifice that this is about, an opportunity to gather with our friends in the Muslim community to celebrate this important event. And I did a recording highlighting this at the Islamic Heritage Museum in Vaughan, talking about what this means to the community and why our party was paying our respects to this important tradition and the pilgrimage to Hajj. And actually, one of our candidates, Adam Ibrahim, from Windsor, he's very proud of that, just did his pilgrimage to Hajj, and I'm sure he can tell you about that incredible experience. Now, for me, this has been an incredible journey, learning more about the Muslim community, getting to know this incredible community. And I remember in the leadership campaign 3 years ago, going to mosques saying, "Join us on this journey, we're going to get Ontario back on track." And some people said to me, "No, you're conservative. You can't possibly be interested. That's not your party." Adam was there with us. Pervez was there with us. Waleed was there. And I said, no, that's not who we are. My perspective is it doesn't matter where you're born. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. It doesn't matter your faith. We're all in this together, and we're going to find solutions together to make our province stronger. I know there was people that were skeptical at the beginning of this journey. I said, we will always be decent. We will always make sure that we treat everyone the same, because that is who we are. That's how we were raised. And growing up and knowing Waleed at a young age, it didn't matter that my family was Catholic or that his family was Muslim. That everyone had the same aspirations and dreams. We just wanted to do good. We wanted to do well by our families, and that's Canada. That's Canada, that we're all in this together. That's our beautiful country. But I knew, given the skepticism that faced our party, that it was important to show who we are and that we're decent people. And there's been opportunities to do that over the last number of years and work with you. Pervez told me about what was happening in Pakistan, and I thank Pervez for that. There was a situation where the Premier said it wasn't safe to go to Pakistan. The Pakistan High Commissioner said, what message does that send if our political leaders are saying don't go there? What message does that send about the warm community we're trying to highlight? And they said, well, you go to Pakistan. And so one of the very first trips I did as leader of the PC party was to go to Pakistan for the second time. And I found that beautiful sense of warmth and welcoming, and got to visit these beautiful communities. And so those here tonight from Pakistan, I say thank you for that friendship we've been building together. And as I like to say, you haven't been born till you've been to Lahore, and I've been to Lahore twice. So it is well worth the visit. I also had the chance to go to Lebanon, and our friend Robert Fazl's here, and he was there with us. But the reason I went to Lebanon was I had heard about the incredible work of Islamic Relief Canada. I've gone to some of their golf tournaments and some of their fundraising galas, and they told me that the funds raised in Canada was to help with some of these refugee camps and to see the meaningful way that Canadians were helping those in need. And I can tell you, when I went to Lebanon and visited those Islamic Relief refugee camps, and you see orphans, you see widows, and you think to yourself, I'm proud that Canada has done so much to help. I'm proud that Canada has functions like this, that there's organizations like Islamic Relief raising funds for such great causes. And so, it's eye-opening and it's rewarding and it's a privilege to work with this incredible community. And that's why we have functions like this to say, I'm so grateful that so many of you are with us on this journey, because this beautiful Muslim community is making Canada more beautiful. This beautiful community that is growing in our party, as evidenced by the 1,100 people who were at our Ramadan gathering, it has made our party richer and more dynamic. And one of the real, I think, crystallizing moments of who we are as a party and how we were going to govern ourselves came when there was that motion in the legislature a few months ago. The Liberals put forward a motion condemning Islamophobia, and I immediately said, of course we're going to support it, because hate is hate, and that's the decent thing to do. Hate is hate, and we will always condemn hate. And I gave a speech about a story Adam told me about how his wife was scared about some of those, and a story about a doctor in Mississauga, and my own experiences, the own things I had heard from friends of mine who I realized that Islamophobia was real, and we should condemn it, and we need to do our part. And I remember giving that speech and being proud that our party took that position. But I remember going out to a function, and Charles Souza, who's the person that Rudy Cazzetto is going to replace, but I remember him coming up to me and he said, Charles Souza came up to me that night after the vote. I think it was at a Maple Leaf game, and he, and by the way, Karim, who's here tonight, assures me the Maple Leafs are going to have a great team this year. Charles Souza came up to me and he said, we thought you were going to fall for that. You're too clever for us. And I said to Charles, we're not clever, we're decent. That's who we are. And we will always be the party that is. We will always be a party that is decent and loving. And I want the Muslim community to know that you will have a friend in our party, whether it's on a good day or a bad day. We will always be there, because it's the right thing. It's Canadian, and it's who our party is, and we're proud of it. And this is your party. This is your family. And I see a function like this, and I say, I'm so proud of our modern, inclusive PC party. And together, inshallah, we're going to do great things for the province. And I look forward to having a gathering like this next year, if Pervez will allow us to be in his backyard again, where we can celebrate the candidates who are here tonight being MPPs. We can celebrate forming a government. And so that's what I just wanted to say tonight. Thank you for being part of our progressive conservative family, and we'll do everything we can not to let you down. And thank you so much for believing in us, and enjoy the incredible food tonight. Pervez always outdoes himself. So once again, final thing, thank you to Pervez for his hospitality, and it's great to be here tonight. I should last thing to say, my outfit tonight is the inspiration of Pervez. Pervez says you can't wear a suit tonight. You have to dress in appropriate attire. And I said, as long as I can wear a little bit of blue, I'm good with it. So thank you.
Thank you. But Patric, before you talk about the food, don't forget you're a co-host. So all blame goes to you two half and half, yeah? So, of course, I wanted to recognize my younger brother, Adam. He did an amazing job, but Patric already talked about it because that was in the agenda. But before that, I just want to say welcome to my very, very good brother, friend, Shakir. Thank you for Pakistani Standard Time. So thank you for coming. But he's a beloved brother, and he's always for all those amazing work. And because of him, we walk in Markham with the proud that Markham's, theater center or whatever, it became Plateau Theater Center. So thank you so much. And Markham Mayor recognized him as an honorary member. So it's amazing. Thank you so much for making us proud. And there's lots of people, trust me, I want to talk about, but there's a gentleman sitting here, he's a mentor. And he gave us best doctors, he gave us a best lawyer, whatever you call, And when I met Waleed, he's such a amazing personality, a credible, nice young man. I we had a great friendship. Then I met his second brother and third brother, and all of them are amazing. And I said, let me talk to your dad, man, how he raised the kids. So thank you so much, Mr. Soleiman, and your wife. Thank you so much for coming here. It's meant a lot to me. I was telling them long time ago, please come and bless my home. So thank you so much and giving us a wonderful kids. So we have a small token of appreciation for Adam, but just let me tell you that when this Eid, it's the end of Hajj. And what is Hajj? Hajj basically, it's obligated as a Muslim once in a lifetime. And people usually keep this big journey for their old age, especially from Pakistan, people from my background, they keep it for 55, 60 when their kids are done, marriages are done, all the responsibilities gone. Now they said, oh, let's go and do that. But when people do in young age, this is amazing. And especially when the time you are fighting for MPP and your life is so busy and you take your time out and spend thousands of dollars and go for this amazing thing. And when he was there, he was still praying for the Windsor people. So where are you gonna get a candidate like this, you know? I remember when there was a flood in Windsor and he was still tweeting from during Hajj, you know, and I said, Adam, how you do that, man? It's over there, it's even you forget about your kids. It's such a spiritual feeling, all those 5-6 days, you know, so much busy in Ibadah. But Adam is amazing. So I think Windsor people should proud. And I think Rudy, all of them, you have to learn from him too a little bit, okay? We need a candidate like Adam too. So we have a small token of appreciation for Adam and Alia. Please, if you can come here, you know, Asma. Thank you so much. Now it's time to food. So